the chickens.
What?
The chickens.
Oh! Sherry's saving the chickens. Apparently I left the...
Which one's got out?
Go find the chicken, Sherry.
2, 3.
It is a beautiful day today. We've got like cloud coverage, so it's not bright, it's not blistering hot, it's not super cold. It is just right. All you need is a light jacket.
And guess what? So Emma, me, and all the kids made our swing into a trapeze bar.
Show me your trapeze moves. Is that what you've got?
Also,
It's like a lazy trapeze move here.
I did good moves. Yeah, I did. And I'm not fun anymore. We have to watch the
This was our round swing and it has given up.
Yep, I'm on the road.
And then wherever your thumbs are pointed, that's where the ball will go.
Not like this.
Pancake, butter, syrup. That's how you play volleyball. Listen to Sherry, she's been on a volleyball team before.
Like that, you'll break your fingers. If it hits really hard, if the ball hits right there, you'll break. Yep. Like
Pancake, pancake, butter, syrup. Let's see if it works.
that. Nice.
Works like a charm. So we have gathered you all together today to talk about something very important. If you have been following along, let's just give you a really quick update about what is going on. So Landon, do you want to get the quick rundown?
So we've decided to do a postdoctoral fellowship, and I've interviewed in a couple places now.
Real quick, people want to know, why are you doing a fellowship?
It's essentially just a 2, maybe 3-year commitment of full-time research. That's what we're shooting for, is a 2-year commitment, and you essentially get into full-time research for 2 years, working with really good researchers. You get an opportunity to write papers and publish really cool things and be involved in really good research, so that when you go to get a job as a researcher and a professor, you have a good experience on your resume.
And this is geared towards, like, directly geared towards what he is studying. So when a lot of people were like, hey, come to California, or come to where I live, or come to this location, he had to do his research and look up different programs that were aligned with his degree of study, like his...
Yeah, you really want to start, like, I mean, you think about a bachelor's degree is pretty broad, master's more focused, PhD really focused, a postdoc is pretty much hyper-focused on, this is essentially what you're going to do for the rest of your life. So you need to find a program that's studying the stuff that you want to.
So we couldn't just go anywhere.
Right.
There was a few different locations. So if you watched our last few vlogs, the 2 locations that we are, like, debating about are...
South Carolina.
Yep. The kids know. Where are they?
South Carolina or Missouri. Ohio. I'm kidding.
It would actually be Kansas. Kansas City, Kansas, or Columbia, South Carolina. There was actually a 3rd potential option.
Louisiana.
In Louisiana, and their research place was like very well known.
It's top notch for sure.
Pennington Research in Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge. For some reason, as we started applying there, I actually just canceled my interview there. It just didn't feel like that's where we needed to be for our family. If I was a solo, single, wanting to be the best researcher in the world person, I would go to Pennington. It just didn't feel right for our family, so we
if you
canceled
live
that.
in Baton Rouge, don't be offended that
No.
we chose not to.
No,
so.
it just didn't feel right for our family. We've got some options to weigh between Kansas City, Kansas essentially, and Columbia, South Carolina.
Yeah, let's talk about the pros and cons, what we like, what we don't like. What is something that you like?
I'm going to start with the pros about South Carolina because I really want to get there.
Okay.
So the pros is we always get to go boogie boarding because I love boogie boarding. So
Okay, we're like still, it would be like 2 hours from the beach, but okay, closer to than the beach than we are right now.
Okay.
So that's why I want to go to South Carolina, just to go boogie boarding.
All right.
The weather's warmer.
I know. Right now it's like freezing outside. It's like
So
60 degrees.
it's humid in both locations. No, you're totally fine. You're totally fine.
I don't know what she wants. She wants to get up.
You can play. You want to climb and play?
Come here, I'll hold you. You play.
That's okay. So it is humid in both locations, but it's got a warmer climate in South Carolina. Really, really, really hot in the summer, which I think we could handle.
Yeah.
Mild winters. Kansas has rainstorms. They have tornadoes. But then you get hurricanes in
South Carolina.
yeah.
Can I tell the pros about Kansas
What?
City? Kansas City, the pros are the Chiefs are there.
True.
And
Casey Royals.
Legoland. Yeah, Legoland. And what was that? The Crayon Museum.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the Crayon Museum.
There's
Glass
really good
maze.
museums.
So it sounds like you guys already know about Kansas City.
Yeah,
so
I
don't you
wanna
want to
try
live
something
somewhere
new.
else where you been somewhere
Yeah,
new.
but I really want to.
That is another thing. If we go to South Carolina, it's all new experiences. Something fun to like try new things. Kansas City we've already experienced, but there's still lots of cool things to do there.
But Porter hasn't really experienced those things. He was born in Kansas City, but he doesn't remember
Yeah,
very
he was
much.
younger.
The two little girls don't
I
remember
read
much.
a book about South Carolina. There is a 12-foot and 7 inches alligator, and there's the first Krispy Kreme that opened up in the world.
Yeah, he was getting books from the library as soon as he heard it was an option. It was the cutest thing
And
ever.
also, there's a lot of lighthouses there.
Lighthouses because you're on the coast. Yep, the beach. Kansas City, we already have a few friends that live there because we lived there. And if I went to South Carolina, I would be a 6-hour car drive from my friend Johnny, who lives near Disney World, and that would be also amazing. So that's something to consider. South Carolina is a 30-hour car drive and plane tickets are quite pricey to come back to Utah. Kansas City is a 15-hour car drive, much more manageable. So I feel like if we were to go to South Carolina for 2 years, we literally would never come back to visit. Like, we would go out there, we would stay our 2 years and then come back home. Like, I don't think we'd ever just come out to visit because it's just,
It's a lot.
it's a lot.
But we're
Kansas
also-
City, we could drive back and forth often. It is very feasible and doable.
But South Carolina is more of a destination location, so people might come out to us. If
Yeah.
we went out there, then we might not come home, but they might come out to us to see us.
You would come visit
Come
us?
out.
What if we went to Kansas City? Would you still come visit?
Still come and visit.
But you want South Carolina, huh?
I do.
That's where my dad wants. Grandpa Griffiths wants South Carolina too.
I have a great
The
idea.
history in South Carolina.
That's true.
I know.
There's actually-
Everything's so like old and quaint and like
Mm-hmm.
history.
And
I
you're
would
so
love to
close-
go on vacations all up along the
Yeah, I was
coast.
gonna say you're so close to the rest of American history on that East Coast.
Let's talk about the housing market. Just from what I've looked at, like on Zillow.com, I feel like they're both pretty comparable. You can get a decent size home for a decent price compared to Utah. Whether you're renting or buying a house, I just feel like they're the same. So I don't think that's something to base our
Well, and the other part of
travel.
decisions too that they've actually made really nice with these programs is that pretty much every postdoctoral fellowship you go to, the salary is set, no matter where you go. It's pretty much locked in. So in a way, it's like, well, that kind of stinks. You don't get to like weigh that in as a factor, but at the same time, it's nice that that is not a factor in your decision. It's like the
same pay.
The salary is the same no matter where you go. So it really comes down to focusing on what feels right for you, what program is right for you, rather than what's going to pay the best.
And that's honestly what's going to drive this decision, I think, is based off of the actual program. So this is something to consider, is when he is done with this program, when he goes to get a job, if you went to South Carolina, you would end up getting a job in like this department. But if you went to Kansas City, you would get a job in this department because they are focused on two different things. Is that correct?
Yeah. So the one in South Carolina is more public health focused on childhood obesity, and so it's a more of a public health approach, versus Kansas City is more of a direct intervention. We can do more interventional studies to do clinical trials, drug trials, fasting, exercise research, all sorts of health, like more lifestyle medicine research.
Yeah. So he's kind of got to decide which route would I like better in the long run. Lightning bugs.
Oh, lightning bugs!
Not lightning storms.
I was like, we have lightning storms.
No, the fireflies.
Fireflies.
Mhm,
Yeah.
yeah, fireflies. Those are fun. Yeah.
Either way, we'll have them at either location. So
What's really hard is when we posted the video about Kansas City, all the comments were like, this is a wonderful place, you would love coming back. And when we posted the video about South Carolina, all the comments were like, oh yes, this is the best place to live. And so now I'm like, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so hard to decide. So many wonderful things about both places.
Flip a coin.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Leave it
Flip
to
a coin.
chance.
Sherry, let's draw a paper out of a hat or something. Anyway, so keep watching and we will let you guys know what we ended up deciding.
We can do family vote.
Family vote. Okay, let's do
right
that.
now, what's your
Let's
family
hurry and do
vote?
that. Cooper, Lucy, come here. I think she's got chicken poo on her hand. She's like, my hand.
My hand. High five! She looks like
Is it gross?
Mom, it looks like she's trying to do that thing that we did.
Oh,
With
man.
dolphins. We had your hands down like this.
Oh, yeah. These are the pajamas that were too small, so Landon cut the feet off and now they fit her just right. All right.
Hey, let's vote.
Okay.
So you,
All children, including Sherry. If you vote Kansas, raise your hand.
raise your hand.
She does
Oh.
not.
Millie says no.
No.
If you vote South Carolina, raise your hand. Do you guys... Okay, Millie.
Everybody vote South Carolina.
Okay, will you be offended if we don't go there?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Okay, well,
Well, we know your votes. Your vote has been noted, and we will take it into
however,
consideration.
ultimately...
Ultimately, it's Melinda's choice.
That's right.
So we'll see.
Do you guys care that we are moving out of Utah?
Kind of, because I want to miss all my friends.
Thank you.
You'll make... I know, Sherry, and I think about you every day. I think about you every
That's going to be
day.
the hardest
I
part
don't
of
even
moving.
It really will. It will.
My friends? I don't have any friends.
Yeah.
Did you say you don't have any friends?
Yes, you do.
I don't.
You'll be able to make new
We'll make
friends.
new friends wherever we go.
Like friends here. But Christine and Andrew.
All right. Well, you guys are sure cute. We love you all. We will see you guys in the next video where we let you know where we have decided
Like a
to
gender
move to.
reveal?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
We're in South Carolina.
That's right. Okay, take care. Goodbye.